This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 170, The Mindset of Business Achievement by Michael Mehlberg of michaelmehlberg.com. And I'm Dan. I am your host and narrator here on Optimal Startup Daily. Welcome. This is where I read to you from some of the best blogs covering entrepreneurship, freelancing, and more. And we're going to get right to our posts today as we start optimizing your life. The Mindset of Business Achievement by Michael Mehlberg of moderndavinci.net. 965. She read each number carefully, articulating every syllable. 0026. Only one number left. It was the deciding number, the number that would tell us if we won or lost. She paused for effect, the room silently hanging on her next breath. The winner wouldn't get much. Out of 2 raffles, this was the second. First place had already won the grand prize, a giant basket full of summer beach toys. Second place was a big step down, a smaller basket full of coffee and chocolates. In all honesty, I was more excited by the coffee and chocolates and was happy to have lost the first raffle in hopes of winning this one. Not my son, though. At 6 years old and with memories of every living summer filled by our family beach vacations, Charlie lived for the beach. With his wavy blonde hair, you'd think he was born for it, too. Fortunately, he didn't understand that we'd lost the beach basket raffle. Unfortunately, he also didn't understand that there would be only 2 winners that day, and the second winner wouldn't be him. 3. The raffle organizer called the last number, and the crowd sighed, followed by polite, albeit reluctant, clapping for the winner. "Thank you all for your raffle donations," she announced. "Have a great night." But we wouldn't have a great night. At least one of us wouldn't. Before anyone realized the event was over, Charlie shot out of his seat like a Sidewinder missile. "What?" he yelled. "That's it?" His face turned red with anger, and I could see the veins in his neck warming up his voice for the big show. "Only 2 winners? This is the worst raffle ever in the history of the world." We weren't in a cavern, but his voice echoed as if we were. The organizer paused to spot our angry child and noticed the embarrassed parents with him, that's us, before scuttling off the stage. I was certain every parent in the place was staring daggers at us, but I couldn't bring myself to look up and confirm my suspicion. We threw coats on faster than any parent has put coats on their children, mumbled, "It's time to go now," and got the hell out. When drive meets passion. Charlie is a driven kid, and at that raffle, he didn't care that we had the potential to win if we weren't actually going to. He wanted results. And if he'd had his way, he'd have paid to get them. I was just listening to an interview with Todd Herman on the StoryBrand podcast where he compared potential with results. In his company, they outlaw the use of the word potential, classifying it as an excuse for those who don't achieve results. At the same time, I'm reading Artemis by Andy Weir, an extremely fun fiction book about Jazz, a character born natively on moon base Artemis trying to make her way through life in outer space. The book opens with an intense scene where Jazz, who is undergoing training certification to give outdoor moon tours, is racing for her life to get back to base before her suit depressurizes and kills her. Despite her incredible calm under pressure, outstanding decision-making, and selfless attention to her team, she fails the test. Her instructor tells Jazz it's a results-based program, and she needs to take responsibility for the fact that her suit failed to begin with. Sure, she had the potential, but she failed on results. No mistakes, no excuses. I am not naturally a results-based thinker. I love the journey. I love the experience. If I don't hit the target, it's easy for me to say, it was fun anyway. As such, stories like the one from Artemis instinctually strike me as unfair. But if I remember to think about it, and as a business owner, I have to, I can usually hear the mindset of an excuse maker versus an achiever. I tried my best. I did everything I could. Our product isn't selling, but it has a lot of potential. The problem with these statements is that they defer ownership. They push the problem somewhere else, in some cases to someone else. But this is wrong in business. We business owners need results. We need to set and keep and achieve our goals. We need to make progress even if we struggle along the way. In other words, we don't need potential. We need to turn potential into action. Then we need to do everything in our power to ensure that action meets or exceeds our goals. Measure up and take total responsibility. So ask yourself, are you driven by potential or results? If you're driven by potential, what can you do to refocus on your goals? What systems can you set in place to take complete and total responsibility for your successes and failures? How can you hold yourself, your team, and your business accountable to your goals and your customers? You just listened to the post titled The Mindset of Business Achievement by Michael Mehlberg of moderndavinci.net. And thank you to Mint Mobile. After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? But after speaking with them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. So by cutting out retail stores, there's no crazy overhead costs that get passed down to you in the form of mystery fees. Instead, Mint just passes on sweet savings direct to you. I just switched out my SIM card and cut my wireless bill, saving around $40 a month. So easy. I could even use my own phone plan and keep my same phone number along with my existing contacts. Try it out. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/OSD. That's mintmobile.com/OSD. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/OSD. And big thanks to Michael Mehlberg for letting us share his work on the show today. He is a family man, entrepreneur, business professional, fitness nut, organization freak, productivity junkie, and author of Home Early, a book about destroying distraction, becoming powerfully productive, and finishing work before dinner. You can get the first chapter of his book for free with a bunch of worksheets to go along with it right on his site, michaelmehlberg.com. And Mehlberg is spelled Mehlberg. So come check him out and show him some support. I have his site linked in this episode's description. And that'll do it for today here on Optimal Startup Daily. I thank you so much for listening and for being a subscriber. Hope you have a very happy Friday and that your weekend gets off to a terrific start. And I will be back with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.